Now, the former president, Jacob Zuma, reportedly in Durban consulting with his lawyers on the Constitutional Court judgment. He now has 3 days left to hand himself over to authorities. He was found to be in contempt of court for his consistent refusal to appear before the state capture inquiry, sentenced to 15 months in jail. Now, the Jacob Zuma Foundation is denouncing the judgment, calling it emotional and angry. Religious leaders have arrived in Nkandla in KwaZulu-Natal to pray for the former president. My colleague, ANC senior reporter Nkandla Goke, following developments for us there. He's joining us now live from Nkandla. Nkandla, good afternoon. As we cross to you now, we're seeing a group of people on the street and making their way, I would assume, as part of that long motorcade of sorts to the Nkandla homestead of the former president.
Yes, indeed, that is the case. We have just seen a group of Amabuto here making their way. They are about 1 kilometer to former President Jacob Zuma's homestead. Bongamkize is showing you at the back there. There is another batch of people and a group of cars. There is a motorcade making its way towards former President Jacob Zuma's homestead there. Basically, they are going to show support and solidarity to the former president, as we expect that he should be arriving at Nkandla any minute from now. We were told that after this motorcade, the former president will arrive home because these people who are here to welcome him. So therefore he has to arrive after they have arrived. So there is a group of Amabuto and some ANC members who have gathered here to basically show their support and solidarity to former President Jacob Zuma. That is what is happening here. There is this motorcade here on the streets of Nkandla. They gathered at a taxi rank here, the local taxi rank. Of course, this gathering will raise some questions. We know that gatherings are not allowed. Let me just bring it up front that when they were gathering, I saw some police officers monitoring the situation there. I don't know why they did not act to do something about this gathering, because people were gathering there. But anyway, it is what it is. They have gathered here. They are here now marching towards former President Jacob Zuma. We are told that this is the first batch of the motorcade, and more people are expected to make their way to the former president's home. He is still in Durban. He is consulting with his lawyers, or should I say, yesterday he spent the better part of the day consulting with his lawyers, basically reflecting on the Constitutional Court judgment, which gave him a deadline of 5 days to hand himself over to the nearest political or police station, whether in Johannesburg Central or Nkandla local police station. Duduzile Zuma there, his daughter, tweeting that they've decided to exercise the easiest option of coming closer to home in Nkandla. So that gave an indication and an inference that it could be that the former president intends to hand himself over to the local police station here in Nkandla. Okay. But his son, Edward Zuma, is adamant that that is not going to happen.
Nkandla, just to understand, apparently there were gunshots heard in and around or nearby where you are. Do you know anything at all about that?
I personally did not hear gunshots. I heard people saying gunshots were heard. I did not hear those gunshots. And I drove to about 3 kilometers from President Jacob Zuma's home, where these supporters were gathering. Also, when I was there, I did not hear anything, but 3 people said to me they heard gunshots. I did not hear them. They said those gunshots were heard earlier before the gathering. When I got there, when people were gathering, I did not hear the gunshots, but it's something that people are mentioning here, that they heard those.
Yeah, I see that group that the cameraman is focusing on now and walking in the middle of the road. That might be including men of the cloth. So we have a combination of ANC supporters, those who support the former president, but also we have some religious leaders seemingly at this moment making their way to his home.
That is correct. So the first batch was Amabuto, led by Inkosi Yawangamalala, the local Inkosi here in Nkandla, Inkosi Zuma. Of course, that's the group of Amabuto that was led by local Nkosi. Now you are seeing a group of religious leaders rather, and some ANC members. If my eyesight is not deceiving me, one of those who is in front there will be Bishop Sandile Nkandla. He is one of the vocal supporters of former President Jacob Zuma, as well as suspended ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule. They were here in the morning, by the way, to pray, quote unquote, for former President Jacob Zuma, because they say as he is facing these difficult, challenging times, they need to pray for him. He did allude to the fact that they were concerned about reports that they were going to be arrested. He told me, that is Bishop Sandile Nkandla, I think Bongamkize will be focusing on him now. He is the one facing the group that is marching there. He told me that they had reports that police were planning on swooping on those who are, or were planning to arrest those who are leading or organizing this gathering. He said they were not worried about that. They were not concerned because they were here to pray for the former president. But right now they are on the streets marching, showing their solidarity and support to former President Jacob Zuma. These are the radical economic transformation forces, or champions as they would like to be called. They say they are here to protect the former president. I asked them whether they will be accompanying him to the nearest police station. They did not want to answer that question, except to say that they are here to show support and to pray for the former president. So that is the situation as it is developing here in Nkandla. As we expect more people to come, we are told that by the end of business today, many people would have come to Nkandla, according to those who are organizing this gathering. Let me tell you that no one wants to speak on record about this gathering because people are aware that they will be arrested for breaking COVID-19 regulations. No one wants to take responsibility for having organized the masses here. There is also Sanco. I've just spotted a delegation from Sanco driving past us here. So it's difficult to get people to comment on camera about this gathering and why they have organized it, because they say they don't want to be arrested, they don't want to be targeted, but they are aware that they are breaking some COVID-19 regulations.
Thank you very much, Nkandla Goke. There were those live visuals of some of the group of people who are gathering or making their way to Nkandla, the home of the former President Jacob Zuma, whom we understand is still in Durban, still continuing to consult his lawyers, expected in Nkandla sometime later today. Remember, he's got until Sunday to hand himself over to a local police station. And from what we understand from the tweets by his daughter, Duduzile, he's chosen to go local there instead of coming to Johannesburg. As per the Constitutional Court ruling, he has that choice.